So you guys come to school here, you complete your hours here. You're gonna take a final this afternoon where we oversee you. That is considered your practical test, right? The next steps, I actually just emailed each and every one of you guys a study guide. So what you have to do is take tests at a state testing facility that is called PSI. Do you guys all live around here or kind of?
I mean, I know the area.
You know the area. So there's one usually like in every city. Like I live in Bloomington, so I go to the Southdale one. There's one right here in Woodbury that's like, it says Woodbury, but it's like 4 minutes from here. It's not far at all. So what happens there is you have a link that I sent you in your email. You go online, you register, and then you pay for your test, and then you schedule your test, okay? It spells everything out there. Please make sure if you guys use nicknames and stuff like that, you use your complete full name, because sometimes people will like show up, and if your name doesn't match your ID, they will turn you away. They are very strict. They also need 2 forms of ID. So a credit card, I believe, works, but definitely a government issued ID with your picture on it, and it'll go into details when it goes into there, okay? So when you go to PSI, you are going to take 3 tests. You are gonna take one test, it's the theory test. That's what you ladies learn online. The second test is the written practical. That's gonna be based off of what you learned here. And then the third test is the laws and rules, which is basically Minnesota state laws and rules pertaining to cosmetology, okay? Those 3 tests, they each run about $25 a piece. So what happens, before I forget too, the written one always scares people when they say written practical. It is, all the tests are multiple choice.
Okay.
You don't have to write into it. Everyone looks all nervous at that point, but they are all multiple choice. It's called the written practical because the practical, the hands-on portion is what we do here. The written practical is what you're getting tested on, okay? So each of those tests, I believe, are like $25. And what happens is if you complete all and pass all 3 tests, that's awesome, right? And we are hoping that that happens. If you miss one portion of the test, right? So let's say you miss the laws and rules, you would only have to pay and retake the laws and rules portion. You wouldn't have to retake the other 2 portions of the test, okay? So we also kind of have a bonus right now that is new to Minnesota. Are you a salon manager by chance?
No.
You should do this as well. So back in the day, you used to have to be in the salon for 3 years or 2,700 hours. Then you would have to restudy the laws and rules. Then you would have to take the test for a salon manager, and then you would have to pay an application fee to become a salon manager, right? And the benefits of being a salon manager is you can own your own salon. You can have people work under you. You can rent a suite. Lots and lots of benefits, right? Right now, you no longer have to go through that 3-year process. You can get your salon manager's license as you apply for your lash technician license.
Oh, wow.
The only thing different is you have to take the manager's test. So on top of the 3 tests that you take as a lash technician, you would schedule and take your salon manager's test. And then after you complete all 4 tests, you can file for your license as a salon manager lash technician, okay? I highly encourage everybody to do that. We really support and encourage entrepreneurship. Just get it. It's $48 more to take the salon manager test, and then you will file for your license. Fee is $195 with the Board of Cosmetology. And you're gonna be a salon manager at that time. Like, I don't know what you guys' plans are, like after you get your license here, but don't cap yourself off. Let's say you guys all leave here, you're like, you know, let's all work together, whatever, and then things don't work out. And, you know, like, let's all go to a shop and work together, get hired by somebody, blah, blah, blah. And then you want to expand, you kind of cap yourself off if you don't get the license. So we highly, highly encourage it. Again, that's optional. The only other thing with the salon manager's test is you cannot take it on the same day as your lash tech test. So you can take your lash tech test, you can leave here, and even tomorrow Saturday? You could even schedule and take your test tomorrow for your lash tech test, but you would have to wait till another day to take your manager's test, Monday. So a lot of times, when we have class, sometimes it's like within the week. They come to school Tuesday, Wednesday, they take their test Thursday, they take their test Friday, boom, done. So it's really quick, and I really suggest you do it, especially since it's the same information as the laws and rules that you're going to learn anyway.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because basically when you get down to the laws and rules portion of the test, it's a general test about cosmetology. So the workings and the regulations in Minnesota. So a salon manager needs to know those things.
Right.
And a lot of people actually say the salon manager is easier than the laws and rules. So highly encourage. Again, that's optional. That's completely up to you. But that is how PSI testing works. Okay? Any questions there?
So is that like lasts like 3 years, like the lash license, or how long does a
Same.
manager- Oh,
So every time once you're a salon manager, you're just a salon manager. Same renewal process, same everything.
oh, okay.
Yeah. I just remembered you're from Texas because I can hear it in your voice a little bit, just a little bit, not a lot, but I can hear it. But yeah, so it's the same process. Once you get a salon man, you wouldn't have to like test out differently or anything like that. You literally, that's just the one step you have to do. That's it. So that's why it's so worth it, right? And for me, once I learn something, I'm like done. I don't need to review the laws and rules all the time, right? Who wants to do that? So I highly encourage that. So that's how PSI works. Another thing, when you pass your test, they will print out your picture on the spot and it'll say pass. You need those original documents from when you are at PSI to file for your license. So after today, you'll get a document from me, then you'll need your original documents from them, okay? Sadie was so excited when she passed her test that she like got in her car and she was like, yay, she was like texting me like I passed. She threw her papers to the back of her car. If you have ever looked inside Sadie's car, you would be disgusted. So she actually, and she didn't file for her license, so she lost one of them, blah, blah, blah. It was just like a mess. And trying to get that document from them is so hard. So hang on to those originals, okay? So if you do take the manager's test, you would get 4 documents from them, total, that you would file. If not, then you would only need 3, okay?